Squiz Kids acknowledges the traditional owners of the lands on which we podcast, the Turrbal and Combermary people.
Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello and welcome to Squiz Kids Today, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Bryce Corbett. It's Monday, July 31. In Squiz Kids Today, Matildas face do-or-die battle, Aussie World Scrabble champ, the circus elephant that escaped, and look out, it's a swift quake. That's what's making news, kids style.
The lowdown.
All eyes will be on the Matildas and the world's number one player, Aussie striker Sam Kerr, in Melbourne tonight as they take on Canada in a do-or-die tussle as they fight for their sporting lives. Sam, who has been off injured, announced on Saturday that she was fit to return to the pitch, and the nation breathed a sigh of relief after watching our national women's soccer team sensationally go down on Thursday night against Nigeria. No pressure, Sam. Australia needs to win tonight in the Women's World Cup against Canada if they want any chance of progressing to the knockout stage of the competition. Fingers, toes, legs, arms, and even eyes crossed. Perhaps providing some inspiration to our footy-playing women are Australia's netballers, who won convincingly in their World Cup game against Tonga at the weekend. The Diamonds strolled to an 85-38 victory against our Pacific Island neighbours, who, it must be remembered, were unranked in the world 16 months ago, but are now considered the 7th best team in the world. Or maybe the Matildas could look to our all-conquering Aussie swim team in Fukuoka, Japan, who spent the weekend putting the finishing touches to one of the best efforts from Australia ever at a World Championships. Molly O'Callaghan made history on the weekend by becoming the first woman to win both the 100-metre and 200-metre gold medals at the championships. The swimmer from Logan in Queensland has now won a staggering 4 gold medals at the swim meet. Wow. And it wasn't just Molly turning heads in Japan. On Saturday night, Australia's own Cam McAvoy came seemingly out of nowhere to win gold in the men's 50-metre sprint, with a swim that was so fast it left jaws on the ground. Which is totally a thing. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've landed in Las Vegas in the United States, where another Aussie triumph has taken place over the weekend. This time in the competitive sport of Scrabble. Yep, that word board game your nana is always wanting you to play with her. Melbourne's John Elder was flying the flag for Aussie wordsmiths everywhere at the World Scrabble Championships at the weekend, beating his English opponent in the grand final thanks to 2 simple 3-lettered words. Tan and cut were both artfully employed by the Aussie champ to get the edge on his competitor, because sometimes it's the simple things. Mind you, he also threw a couple of doozies down on the board, including Thrimsas, which is some sort of an ancient coin, and Sosati, which is a South African meat dish. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oh, there goes the classroom companion clarion. Kids, you might want to ask your teachers or parents to download today's classroom companion worksheets, because you can have your own Scrabble tournament by challenging your friends to see who can make the most words with the letters that we've given you. If you haven't already signed up for the Classroom Companion, it's really simple. Just go to squizkids.com.au and sign up where it says Squiz Kids Classroom. And the best bit, it's absolutely free.
Animal Kingdom.
It might sound like something out of a movie, but the residents of a small Italian town are still giggling this morning after an elephant escaped from a visiting circus over the weekend and took a stroll down a highway to visit the local supermarket. I've stuck a link in today's episode notes to video of the moment the elephant was spotted wandering down a highway and veering off into the supermarket car park. Maybe they had a special on peanuts. Happily, the elephant was safely returned to its owners, and no one was injured in the little pachyderm adventure. Pachyderm is the scientific name for elephants, where pachy means thick and derm means skin. Imagine coming across an elephant in the supermarket aisle. That would make me elephant. That pesky dad joke alarm gets me every time.
Pop Culture Corner.
Remember about a month ago when all of Australia was whipped up into a Taylor Swift ticket-buying frenzy? Well, the pop star has gone and caused more chaos over the weekend, with reports that her concert in Seattle has caused a mini earthquake. I am not even joking. Seismologists, who are people that monitor and measure the movement of the Earth's crust, report that at the exact time Tay-Tay's concert was taking place in Seattle, their instruments recorded seismic activity equivalent to a 2.3 magnitude earthquake. They've confirmed that it was either caused by the sound system at the concert or the systemic jumping up and down of excited Tay-Tay concert goers. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you a swift quake. Now I have heard everything.
Squiz Kids Live.
Look out, Canberra, I'm coming for you. Announcing Squiz Kids Live, where your favourite podcast comes to life on stage in a fun-filled show for all the family. Tickets go on sale today for our first ever live show, presented by me and featuring a bunch of special guests, quizzes, a bit of educational content, Squiz Kids merch, and our first ever super fun Squiz Kids Disco. It's our first of what I hope will be many live shows around the country, and it's happening in Canberra on Saturday, October 14. And personally, I cannot wait to meet you all. There's a link in today's episode notes for more information and how to buy tickets. All I would say is, hurry up, because there's only a limited number of tickets and they're gonna sell fast. I mean, we're not talking Taylor Swift fast, but you'll want to get in early so as not to miss out. So, don't just sit there, get booking already.
Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. Which country do the Matildas need to beat tonight to stay in the World Cup? Yeah, that's right, it's Canada. Come on, Matildas. Question number 2. In which country did an elephant take an impromptu trip to the supermarket? Yeah, well done if you said Italy. Question number 3. Which Aussie city will I be visiting in October for the first ever Squiz Kids live show? Yeah, Canberra!
Shout-outs.
It's July 31. Today is the birthday of both author J.K. Rowling and her most famous creation, Harry Potter. Happy birthday to the boy wizard and the woman who magicked him into existence. It's also a special day for these Squiz Kids celebrating a birthday today and tomorrow. Lucas from Parabadoo, Thomas from Edensor Park, Georgie from Melbourne, Anna from Point Cook, Isabel from Caulfield North, Lucinda from Eltham, Xander from Caloundra, Charlotte from Rochdale, Sam from Claremont, Will from Heathcote, Lucinda from Larrakia, Talira from Ashmont, Tyson from Cronulla, Harry from Junee, Evie and Abby from Abbotsford, Madden from Woongarra, Olivia from Cannon Hill, Dominic from Cessnock, Christian from Mascot, Flynn from Middle Harbour, Zoe from Orange, and Jeff from Millfield. And belated birthday shout-outs go to Henry from Cleveland, Dylan from Bondi Beach, and Liam from Adelaide. And classroom shout-outs today go to Class 4Y and Miss Desar at St Luke's Catholic Primary School in Revesby, Class 3C and Mrs Condy at Epping West Public School, Class 34RS with Mrs Sharwood and Mrs Robinson at Goulburn South Primary School, Classes 4R and PR with Mrs Rathjen and Ms Rintoul at Leongatha Primary School, and finally to Year 4 Baronia and Mr Burke at Thurgoona Public School in Albury. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you want a shout out, or if you're after a classroom shout out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au or fill out the form on our website. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids today. We'll be back again tomorrow with a Squiz Kids shortcut on Aussie inventions that changed the world. With National Science Week coming up, it's the perfect time to dive in and learn that without Aussie ingenuity, the world wouldn't have Wi-Fi, antibiotics, or even Google Maps. In the meantime, though, get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.